Hello, everyone. Hey, how you guys doing? We're here. We're back. I'm in massive pain. I had jalapeno poppers for dinner. Now my stomach and my rear are killing me. Well, we made it. I am here. Hello here. I am Dad. We're here for Trial 4. Trial 4 is gonna be a killer. I don't know why my camera is messing up like this. Trial 4 is gonna be a killer. I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh jeez. Wow. I got the last Monokuma that was missing. I'm gonna load up the save game that I have and hope that it went through. Keep running. Because I did the whole thing, I saved, and then I went back onto my save file and changed to the trial. So hopefully it works well. Hopefully. I'm hurting tonight. If you guys see me have to step out for a moment to use the restroom, that is why. That is why. Because I am. Woo! Okay. Alright. Dennis, it will save you, Dingle. Alright. There we go. So, we're gonna do the trial next. We have all these friggin' Monomi stuff too, though. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm just gonna take a look. So I'd have to beat stage 1 and then do the rest of them. Interesting. I'll look at the extras real quick. I'm gonna look through the cheapo, this guy real quick and see if there's anything I need from here. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. Let's, the last stage really difficult. I haven't beaten yet. It's driving me insane. I don't know if I even want to do this. Like, do the Monomi stuff. Like, I don't know if it's really even worth it. Let me check something real quick. Hold on, I gotta send something. Okay. Let's do this. Gotcha. Okay. So, let's do some things first before we begin. We're going to report card. We're going to go to Monomi. See what I can get. What is this? Slightly increase the time limit. Increase the influence gauge. Steadies your aim. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. That's actually interesting. It's illusion. The influence gauge recovers over time during concentration and fever time. Effective during... Oh, okay. That'll be really good for the fifth one. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Sharpness increased by 2. Increase max speed. Increase turning power. Okay. I think I'm gonna trade these and get this. Let me look through my truth bullets as well so I can make sure I know what's going on. So, Nekomaru Nidai, aka Mekamaru, after his robotic transformation, discovering Grape Tower, which is the funhouse, head is severely damaged beyond repair, so chocolate considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs are dismembered, his limbs were actually designed to be detachable, and it seems they separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of his body are damaged because of this. Many of his functions seem to have shut down. Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire. The tip of that wire was also tied in a loop. The button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. When the button is pressed, all of Nekomaru's functions cease and he is forced to enter sleep mode. Oil was flowing out from Nekomaru's body. The majority of it came from his fatal head wound. One of the pillars on the side of the door was tipped over. The damaged area of the pillar was also stained. It was so heavy that even 2 people couldn't budge it. What's up, Epic Figler? It's going good. I'm pissed. I'm pissed we got him back and then he immediately died. So I'm trying to figure out how this is gonna go. How are you? Enormous hammer found on the floor of the tower is completely clean, almost as if it was brand new. Chain was wrapped around the handles of the door to grab back Grape Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. Apparently, Akane heard a rumbling noise around 5:30 a.m. A lot of small pieces of stone were scattered underneath Nekomaru's body. However, there were no fragments on the top of his body. Apparently, Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking towards the first floor of the Strawberry House at 5 a.m. At 5:30 a.m., the alarm of the wall clock in the lounge at the Strawberry House's second floor started going off. Fuyuhiko was in the lounge by coincidence, managed to stop the alarm. Kazuichi and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted by the sound. However, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. The contact elevator used to move between both houses was broken and no longer worked. It was apparently broken at the Grape House side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House. The button in Strawberry Hall that opens the door leading to the tower was broken. Nagito was supposed to be at Strawberry House, but he appeared at Grape House via some unknown method. The contact elevator should have been broken. Apparently, the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while inside the contact elevator. Nekomaru used this alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. The clock's alarms were stopped around 7:30. The alarm was set to 7:30 as well. The clock in Nekomaru's chest received radio waves at fixed intervals and automatically adjusted itself if its time is off. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even the 7th time. The doorknob found under the tipped-over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out. Final Dead Room took about, like, 15 minutes because I didn't realize the 6 was a 9. So, I'm stupid. Also, Russian roulette. One of the doorknobs from the far back of the Strawberry House missing from the dorm originally was attached to that door. Regardless of whether you enter tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body tipped over pillar, the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts that Kazuichi arranged look exactly the same. Okay, gotcha. No, let's set some skills real quick. Gotcha. Let me save real quick. Let me check one more thing, and then we're gonna get into the trial. Alrighty, let's finish preparations. It's time. Class trial, let's do this. Class trial, all rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go!
I hate you.
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, you good?
Why don't we try going over the incident? We
Yeah.
weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Right.
I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Right.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
What? Kaz.
Emerson, I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Akane, I'm sorry, but you're stupid. Yeah. Also, Kaz needs to stop.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Simp. Simp. She doesn't even like you.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Okay,
We
Connor.
just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
Right.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
Right.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall.
Oh, right. I completely forgot, chat. I completely forgot to give a macro prediction. So, my thought process was that it was between Kaz and Akane. I'm thinking it's... Nagito. Macro. Put it on the books. Nagito. I feel like there's more to him that... I feel like the unreliable narrator situation is going to apply to him a lot. I feel like there's more to him than what we're getting led on. So I'm gonna throw out Nagito and see what happens. That's my best guess I've got. I honestly don't know.
But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
It is in the books. Alrighty. Let's see what happens.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Yeah, that's basically my thought process right now because I have no idea what's going on anymore. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Right.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The
Wow,
weapon.
Kaz. Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Nagito with the foot.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
You saw what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing in the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... tipped over pillar.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That killer, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
I'm gonna wait for a moment.
If
to
it
see
was
there is.
unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
The hammer in the tower with the weapon, like you said. It looks like it's the case, but yep, that's what I
I
thought.
guess we should figure out the weapon.
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
What? What does that have to do with how they beat the crap out of Nekomaru? Hammer's definitely the weapon they used to beat up
Damn it!
Nekomaru. What?
I guess we.
Well, what was the wire? What did the wire say?
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
There are no fragments of top about. Oh. Interesting, actually. So it probably... I don't think it is the pillar. Well, maybe. I think it's the wire, actually.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Nope, that's not it. I think I might have to use it as a surprise though.
I guess we should figure out.
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the killer used and beat the crap.
If it was unexpected, I suppose.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
No, it's not. What the fuck?
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
All right. Let me think here for a second.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the...
That pillar.
No,
I'm
the
trying-
killer used and beat the crap.
If it was unexpected, I suppose.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
No, it's not. Okay, so this is. I don't understand what he's trying to say.
I guess
Is
we
it-
should
Is it the
figure out
hammer?
the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
Is it the hammer? Because I don't think that would make sense though. Is it the fragments? I don't know. Might be the fragments. Do I have other fragments? Yeah.
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
The hammer in the tower was the weapon, like you said. It looks like that's the case, but
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
I'm already lost. First question, I'm already lost. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta use new looking hammer.
That pillar, huh?
Now I get it.
No, the killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
It's new looking.
No, that's
why.
wrong.
I'm just smooth brained. It's fine. Don't worry about me.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
Right.
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Yikes.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Whatever, Kaz.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Right. Next one had oil, but if something at the crime scene had oil on it. The broken pillar.
I see.
There we go.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Right.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
What up, Gold? You missed me really dicking around on the first question.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
It's No use, it's barely budging, didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Playing War Thunder? Nice.
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
I don't want to believe that. I believe the pillar has more to do. But it does bother me a little. That word suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life is apparently ruled as suicide. No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Okay, Sonia. Pop off, I guess.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that
Well, there's pillar fragments underneath him. There's fragments underneath him.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
There's fragments underneath him.
wrong.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Right.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Right.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go.
Kaz,
I'm
you acting mad
positive
suspicious.
that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual.
What are you doing, Nagito?
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers. So you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you
Why are you
say?
being such an ass all of a sudden?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
A hand.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance
Does the
is
hand
by
have
far
fingers,
the
and are they
greatest
in his
shame.
ass?
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A
Right.
specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
Right.
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it. you
Oh
know?
no, I think I already know I'm wrong. Oh no, I think I know who it is.
We've seen it?
That's right.
That counter's
You've
gonna
seen
go
it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Alright, Shadow the Hedgehog looking head ass.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Sim.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Right.
The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together.
Stop being such a
You're
jackass
supposed to be
and
the
talk to
symbols
us.
of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first
He's
clarify
such an
the
ass,
secret
dude.
of the funhouse,
Oh my god.
right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Okay, Sonya, pop off. The 2 houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Faux show.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
This whole time we've been thinking the 2 towers are the same building, but that was the only mystery. There's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
It's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Simp. Simp. Simp alert. Simp. We got Simp here.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
What? Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Shut up, White Knight.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
It's not right.
Does that mean
It's
he's
not right.
wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate,
I said it was
then that means
Nagito,
we
but I
need to
think
about
I'm
the
wrong.
structure of the building.
It's already in the books that I said Nagito.
Bow down.
Whoa, Sonya, what are you doing?
Then how about this?
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Nope.
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
You're wrong.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Especially the princess overcoming my arguments with great confidence. Need to counter remarks to wait for an opportunity.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled, and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Got it.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything could have moved it all, easy as pie.
No, there's definitely a hole in what she just said. You show the evidence that contradicts that.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie. It seems...
Okay, hold on. The chain.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Wrong. Damn it.
Crap! It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
It's the doorknob.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
What? It's not the doorknob?
Crap! It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the future...
Oil on the floor. Tipped over pillar.
The pillar, the body...
Move the camera. I don't know what it could be with this. Maybe the oil on the floor? It was the oil on the floor, right.
Cut through those words.
That's what it was. The oil would be impossible to move.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Right.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Right.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Simp! She doesn't care about you!
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers are
God.
at the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, The E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building, or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
You fucking bitch.
It's also important for me because
I
it
hate
will help
Nagito.
me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
From the appropriate action in order to learn the secret, could he be talking about the life-threatening game?
I see.
Monokuma Taichi. It was Monokuma Taichi.
You're talking about the Final Dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the Final Dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete, and there, a small, conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
Right.
From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Tell us what it is.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the Final Dead room.
Oh my god, he actually took a picture.
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner
See?
pocket.
This is it.
And as he said that, he shows a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the Final Dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Right. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it
They're stacked on top of each other.
thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture?
Here!
There's nothing on the other side.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
Oh my god, the bunker is the extra walls that would have been on Grape House. So Grape House is actually underneath Strawberry House. Oh my god, Grape House is actually underneath Strawberry House, and that's why the elevator turns.
I see. And is that it?
Now you know that there's a lot of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture?
Here!
Trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the Final Dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Denny's brain be exploding right now. Hell yeah, dude.
it should
I'm
have
big
been.
braining it tonight.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not. Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
It's not a spell.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, You can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Piece of shit.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? The trapdoor leads to the grape house. The grape house is underneath. It makes sense! How'd you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
Right.
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What was that thing just now? Was that thing just now another hint of figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor, using the photo you took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's see how bad I messed this up. Strawberry House and Grape House both exist. They exist. They both do exist. Strawberry House and Grape House are the same building or two different buildings? They're the same building because they're stacked on top of each other. No! I went too fast! Oh my god. That's it. Vertically. Yeah, I keep forgetting I can break. So I didn't actually mess up the things themselves.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together!
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Yep.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
Whatever.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Right.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one six-story building?
Yep.
Think about it like that. Based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where's Strawberry House located? Floors above Grape House.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle.
Alright guys, I gotta take a moment and go to the restroom real quick, but I'll be right back. It's gonna be like really, really quick. Sorry about that, I played with the dog. Alrighty, let's get back to this.
Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
No, exactly.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate distinct
snap.
buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
Yep.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Shut up, Monokuma. No one cares.
True? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Right.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Simp.
Oh, I suppose.
Definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
He's such a simp, dude. Oh my god. Such a simp.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
I don't think there was a fake body.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash! One of the bodies in one of the towers.
I don't think this is the case.
Was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You told
So it's mechanical body and
So...
wire. What did the wire have? Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied up with a metal wire. The tip of that wire was also tied into a loop. No, it's gonna be chained on Kaz's.
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
You having fun, Dennis? I mean, this one's not too bad. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Then hurry up.
I'm just sad there's not
dumbass.
as many people
One
as
of the
usual here.
bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
That's not it.
Damn it!
I'm gonna.
Huh. Wire. Maybe you want to come file forward, do it?
Then hurry up, dummy.
One of the bodies was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake?
Well, no, that's not agreement, though. It's contradiction. I'll try absorbing Gundam's thing.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a...
You're magnificent.
No fair. So which one? Shut up. Just pick one of them.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Nope.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a...
The good night button. I don't know what they want me to do. You don't have to absorb anything. Don't take the damage. Sorry, my bad. I didn't see your message in time. That's my bad.
Then hurry up, dumbass.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Strange feeling in the tower. That's it.
No, that's wrong.
Chat lags again. No, that's wrong. That makes sense. That's fine. Hoping some of
Nekomaru's
the others
body wasn't
stop
a dummy.
by.
That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Actually, said the parts I carefully arranged and I assembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built
Yeah,
the dummy.
unfortunately.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Kaz?
You are joking, right?
Might be Kaz.
It's all right. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he
Really?
was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
True.
I see. That is disappointing.
She wants him dead!
I'm even more disappointed.
She wants Kaz dead! Oh my god.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A
We
device
made
that
it to the
moves
question,
from different
boys.
floors in the same
We
building?
found it. We found the question I've been waiting for this entire game. Device like that. Device that transports things different floors in the same building. Something we have... We found it. What up, gangsta? How you doing, older? We found the question. I've been waiting for this moment. For this whole time. Give me an E. Give me an E. Give me an E. I just had to do that. Okay, now it's just letter fucking me real hard. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, come on! You've got to be kidding me. There we go. Give it to me. There we go. I've been waiting for this question for so long because they've weirded on an elevator for so long. And they have to ask the question, what's an elevator?
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported
That is
using
so
an
dumb.
elevator?
That is so dumb. Why?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
Right.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Yep.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Right.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were
It's not
gone.
the same door.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
Doors weren't
When
attached.
you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillow, and the oil. We talked about stuff for a while now. Shouldn't be anything strange, but not even the fact they all moved to the elevator. The one thing that all these things have in common, they were all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And
And?
why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Yep. There's something unique about that elevator. Only the floor
I
moves.
see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
They were humongous. They were huge.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design.
Right.
And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Mm-hmm.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
That's why you couldn't open it.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were
Tsushima? I haven't gotten
connected to where
Tsushima
their
yet.
picture
I want to
signifies.
get it though. It looks so cool. Like, it looks really, really cool. I just need to find the time to actually get it and try it out, you know? I've been interested since I first saw
It
it,
was
so I mean,
actually very
I need to get it.
effective.
I need to get to it, man.
Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
Not exactly. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the funhouse, but yeah, it makes sense. The only thing was I couldn't explain the elevator bit, why the elevator would turn. But I had a feeling they were sort of stacked on top of each other.
I don't get
I just
it.
couldn't. There was just a couple of pieces I was missing. But now you just photo proved it.
Totally twisted personality.
Actually, wait, no, I didn't say it was stacked up together. I said they were rotating around. So no, I was actually wrong about that.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Trial is fun and sad.
Because
Yeah.
of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Carl used these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry House, the chain wrapped around inside the doorknob. Even if you fix that button in the Strawberry House, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Right.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
That's right.
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Simplord.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mentioned it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
Thanks, man. Good luck with the games. Hopefully you don't get screwed over by the game again. Those matches earlier were whack.
Answer me,
whack.
fiend. What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? Two houses are connected vertically. The position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in the Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in the Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Well, the elevator rotated.
the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
Guys, this count.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Don't say matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
Kazuichi's account, it
No,
rotates.
that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically.
Right.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Hey, who do you think is the killer? So I guess Nagito, but I think I'm wrong. I think I know how. But I'm gonna wait and see. Right now we're almost the intermission, I believe.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two
Right now we're in the middle of
houses,
solving the secret of the funhouse.
it also rotated 180 degrees.
Right.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side, which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Alright, so I had a similar idea, but I just had the wrong execution of it. Makes sense.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Yep.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
Okay, Monokuma,
So
whatever.
we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that
Okay,
now.
that was a pretty fun thing. Nagi, no, am I right, ladies? Stop. Okay, that oh my line actually was really cool. I don't know why, but that one stuck out to me.
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
It's a five-sided shape.
I
It's an
see.
eight-sided shape.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Probably.
Here!
On the outside. 5 sides! It's like an octopus, and it has 5 legs.
You're
Yep, exactly.
talking about the secret
See, that's
room
exactly what
surrounded
it
by
is.
concrete in the depths of the Final Dead Room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the four-sided strawberry house is on top of the six-sided grape house? If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it.
Hmm.
The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the Final Dead Room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Right.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the
The octopus is the killer? Yep. Octopus is the killer. Confirmed.
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
What?
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building
Alright,
structure?
I'm lost.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
Probably involves a sleep function.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon confirmed as the next student in Danganronpa V3. Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? Thinking through, I'm sure you'll get it. How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Intermission time.
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. Hey, Mika, it's fine. Okay, I'm not quite understanding the concept of how they use the building itself as the weapon. I think I just need to wait for it to get explained just a little bit more to understand exactly what he means, because I'm not quite sure. We just reached intermission, Mika. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious Stefatli. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stefatli. Oh. That's not it! That's not it at all! Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stefatli! What? There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now.
Monami is a serious Stefatli. Alright. Bathroom again, real quick, and then we're gonna do the second half. We'll be right back. we're back. Stefatli was your name in school. That's just depressing. All right, trial resume. Let's do this.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy.
Homeschooled? So you were called Stefatli while you were homeschooled? Dang, dude.
I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Yep.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Okay, then.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I need to close my battle net. Give me a second here. There we go. There we go. I was lying, but could you imagine?
I mean,
That would be
that's
awful.
not what's important.
I would be confused by who
The
would be
thing that's
calling you
really
that.
important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but
Jimmy over here calling people
I
out.
sincerely retract that remark.
Dang, Nagito.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope.
Right.
Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Oh my god. Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
Yeah.
It might be better if we clarify the cause
Plug
of
a
death
doggy
first,
show, huh?
don't you think?
Cause death, huh? He was horribly damaged as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. If he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. Suppose Nekomaru's caused death that also utilized... Crushed by the elevator? No. Falling?
I see.
Falling.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
They tied him to the pillar! No, they didn't.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically
That's the meanest
connected,
thing anyone has ever said to me.
then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
Bailey.
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the
Oh, no, there's
elevator is on the
drama.
1st floor.
Trauma in the chat. How is this going to end?
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the first floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames
Actually,
of
it
hell.
can be correct.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Where did the killer shove Neko? If I can reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve the mystery. He tied him for the doorknob. It was the doorknob. Tied him to the doorknob so that... There we go. Broken doorknob.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator...
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Make it clear so they understand that Nekomaru fell to his death. I think it's all to me.
When the elevator is on the... You can't go through the door?
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from...
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside...
Good night button.
No, that's wrong.
Oh man, drama in the chat. Let's go.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
Right.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Mm-hmm.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Right.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Way to create a drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Jackie seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? That's the door handle.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
What? It's not the doorknob?
Crap! If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what she...
Silence, pest!
Don't be... What if I start to enjoy it?
Nekomaru's inside the elevator. How do you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
It's the doorknob! He literally tied him to the doorknob!
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is
Hey,
suspicious.
this is
Isn't
an
it about
absorb
time-
one, right? Like, I'm not
The doorknob
crazy.
on the floor.
How about we all shut...
Silence!
Don't... What if I start to enjoy it?
I'm not crazy. This is an absorb one, right?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
This is an absorb question, right? Where I absorb, call it the drop, and use it on the correct, consent. Like, I'm not crazy on this one. We're trying to decide how we did the
to
elevation.
think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Pillar.
Crap!
So I'm about to die here.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement
Yeah,
is...
I'm not sure which one.
The hammer is suspicious.
I seriously think it's the doorknob.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
What's the wire on
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
That's what it
I
was.
agree with that.
I knew it was the doorknob. I just couldn't figure it out. It was the doorknob because the wire is attached
Didn't
to
the
it,
doorknob
and he
have
was hanging
scrape
from
marks
there
on
and
it?
fell off.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right.
Yeah, I got
he
it.
was
I got it.
suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved
Yeah, you
the
good.
elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator.
Don't you dare bring her up.
Only the floor moved. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Kaz.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Doorknob literally fell off.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him
Yeah.
off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do... Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Box alarm.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Gotcha.
What do you think would happen if
Yeah, no,
Nekomaru
poor
woke up
Chihiro.
while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
Yep.
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
So technically kind of was a suicide in a way. Huh.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Right.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob
It's
to
like saying
break
Jigsaw
off.
never killed anyone. Yeah, it's weird.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I'll choose my foot. He had already loosened it before. Here comes the incredible ship with a 1,000,000 horsepower. If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. And that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
I was this close to thinking he had character development, and then he goes and does this. You are the king of simps. The king of simps right here.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
Wrong one. Wrong simp. It's 5. There you go. Yeah.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
Character development in Danganronpa?
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too,
He hit the pillar.
right?
Doesn't mean he would crash through the floor. The only thing I can think of that happened to him was he collided with the pillar.
I see.
I'll never get it
When
right.
Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
Right.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late
They
for
changed the
Monokuma
clocks.
Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
They changed the clocks.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, just one after another. But I can't choke over the time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Let's make the argument.
We had it.
So it's either the clock or his account.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
He discovers by before 7 a.m. I need to crush one possibility top to break this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7. Nekomaru died because
His time of death and the time. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside.
Wrong. It was his
No, that's
hyper-accurate
wrong.
clock. That's the first thing you gotta worry about. It was a hyper-accurate clock, so there's no way that could have changed.
No, the clock inside
Yeah,
his
we'll
chest
always
was
get
a
it.
radio clock, so it would have been
One
impossible
small
to mess
simp
with.
for man, one large simp for Mika Quinn.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
For man kink. Man kink
Maybe
shame.
the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can
Stop.
confidently
Man kick.
declare that all the clocks had the
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
I love how Gundam's become a simp now. This time-related contradiction, I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. I think if I focus on something, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Mind dive. Logic dive. Let's do this. What's with Princess Sonia? Never mind. I'm like claw gripping this to go fast. Time in the building. Yeah, I thought that's what I was thinking. I thought that the clocks were changed. Building clocks. Both houses had the wrong time. Hey, new command, boys. So I'm 2 for 2 so far on the logic dives.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together!
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Right.
So
Didn't
that's
fall
what
off
it
once. I'm
is.
so proud.
There's no way I would
Oh
have noticed
yeah,
that.
it's all coming together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
This is truly fantastic!
Shut up, Nagito.
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
That's right, that's the main problem. Definitely next mystery. I'm gonna reach the truth in one go. It's 2 hours.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let up.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
It's Akane's count.
If the time in the build, then we can only rely. The time of it's clearly 7.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that?
If only I heard the sound when...
It's Kane's
I
account.
agree with that.
She heard it. I'm incredibly proud. Pride.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he
pride.
made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
What?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
That rumbling sound was heard at 5:30 a.m. It's like the answer to how much time was off for literally was right in front of me. 2 hours.
I see.
That's what I thought. It's 2 hours.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
Yep, here comes the
2
key.
hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone,
Post said,
right?
Say Pika before you sneeze. I tried and it sneezed in the middle of the word and it blew up my throat and I couldn't talk for the rest of the day. That's a yikes.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success.
That's a yikes. Besides just the time, the killer's used a specific thing. They were trying to lure out only Nekomaru. The specific thing is the clock's alarm. No. Oh, they use Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see.
My bad.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
Pika P.
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. That wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time,
God, I
he
hate
was
seeing
heading
nuggets.
over to Monokuma Tai Chi.
You do that flop thing, it makes me
right
so
on schedule.
uncomfy. Yes, seriously.
I see.
Stupid little piss
Now
boy.
that I think about it, I realize what
Fingers in his ass,
Monokuma
man.
meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Outrage. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. It turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, It was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
He is a piss boy, isn't he? Stinky little pissy shitty boy, garbage boy stink man. I love how there's just a combo of just hating on Nagito. I love it.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You
They actually
always
are
get
arguing
so
like siblings.
stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Right.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
Nagito.
You're the only one!
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
It's between Nagito and Dumpster. Dumpster's useful and they don't succeed. I think I hate them both.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Really, I knew we were in the Issue Central.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
Right.
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
What?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
What?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Oh my god. The rooms are soundproof.
Couldn't
The rooms
hear
are
me.
soundproof.
What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common.
They
And
had
I'm
the
sure
deluxe
you'll
rooms. The
figure it
deluxe
out.
rooms were soundproof. Secret is, what do these three have in common? It's also be the secret that points to the killer. The deluxe room. Deluxe suite. Deluxe rooms. That's what it is. Got it. Flex.
I got it!
Everyone, we're here to now stand Gold's dad. We are now standing Gold's dad.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest room is divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. I forgot about that bit. Standard room may have so-so insulation, but still pretty decent. The current room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
I'll make t-shirts. Let's do that.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve
I hate
Corps
you.
student talent? Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Some might feel like I understand what Nagito means. Killer among us. Killer who murdered Nekomaru. Wait a second. Let me think this through for a second. So, who was in the deluxe rooms in... So, Chiaki couldn't hear it. Sonia couldn't hear it. Nagito couldn't hear it. Gundam, Kaz, and Fuyuhiko all heard it. I should have gone with my gut on the first go. No, what? It's not it? Who was out of the room even though they were in a deluxe room? Yeah, she has a common room. Or she has the crummy room. My bad. Sonia, Chiaki, Nagito, Fui. Don't tell me it's... Don't tell me it's... Gundam, Nagito, Chiaki, and Sonia, because he had a regular room. Oh my god. No way.
You're the only one!
No way! It's Gundam?
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's
No
providence
way.
to stop it.
What?
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Oh my god.
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
The ears of Angel.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest.
Yeah, no, if he had just stayed... Yeah, if literally Fuyuhiko staying there saved the entire case. Oh my god.
The killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower.
Right.
Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means
I hope
they
Fuyuhiko
couldn't have
it makes
heard
to the
alarm
end because
or the rumbling
he's
sound.
becoming my favorite character
Thus
slowly but
proving they
surely.
were in the room,
Like, he's really getting there.
just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone and checked the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
Anything from far away.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
Literally because Fuyuhiko was in the
So
lounge,
the
Gundam
killer
couldn't do it.
couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This Rex. Loud and scream wheel of another rebelling for sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my four dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a
That's
normal human.
bullshit.
The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
That's bullshit and you know it.
Is that your argument?
You bastard. Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time,
Gundam?
I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible.
How many ears we
timing
possess?
on my
13.
part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's
Wait.
obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Wait a second.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Hmm?
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Not time.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
Something's fishy.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue
Something's
anymore.
fishy.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by
Why don't you
your
jump into an ocean and
pathetic
fuck
assumption.
off? Yeah, right?
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus,
You
the
solved the
stunt
Final
elevator
Death.
should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
Something deserves better.
However,
They
I
should
was
so hard.
already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption
Nah, you
is
cleared the Final
clearly
Dead room, didn't you?
wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome.
That elevator was the only means of As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Contradiction when something's obviously wrong. There's no contradiction I can't shoot through. I'm going to find out what it is for the sake of everyone, so I'll shoot through the contradiction.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long
Wait
as
a
that
second, a
elevator was
secret
broken,
passage.
Your assumption collapsing.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot return,
Since I was at there's no question that
It would have been different if
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture? Why don't we stop this already?
I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
That elevator was the only means of travel between.
There was a secret passage because
that's
Nagito. Because Nagito. Oh!
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
It
Then
does.
Why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Hey Nagito, you wanna tell us what happened?
You're the only one!
You're the only one.
Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Right. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House.
Right.
Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Look how he's just a harmless simp.
After I opened the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the Final Dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh! Here's what I was waiting
However,
for.
what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the Final Dead room?
It's literally right
There's
there.
no way They didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own
Alright,
suspicion.
you're getting whacked now.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Rebuttal showdown.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh god, this is weird.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh my god, this fucking sucks. This sucks, dude. Oh my god.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Got it.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the
The wire.
maelstrom of
The wire was nowhere to be found, and that was in the Octagon. Oh my god,
The
dude.
wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
That was frustrating.
The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Right.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too,
I'm
right?
not sure yet. Obviously.
It seems this is the end.
Right.
Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case, but there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru.
What?
The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Wants to be, yeah, he wants to be the character so bad.
through this. Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend
to do?
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
So Team Reserve students.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly
He had an
frail,
accomplice.
Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. If you want to set me up
Oh my
as
God,
the
Sonya
killer,
worked with him.
At least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful
Sonya worked with
line.
him.
However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Panic talk action, let's go.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
The 4 Dark Davis.
This is the end.
It wasn't Sonya, but he had his accomplices, the 4 Dark Davis.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary available according to your contract. Time to come to do aid. Sandy, press the button. Truly, this is the Skyline Limitation Art of the Demon Mouse.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue,
Well, this bitch wasn't showing enough to impress the
one
princess.
of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yep.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Come on, Gundam.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without
Ultimate princess,
sacrifice
no less.
anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Closing argument. Here we go. Let's do this. Stock one. Who set the launch clocks alarm? Okay, so we got Fuyuhiko can't sleep. So this one's not one. When you press the button to the Great Hall, doorknob came off. Alarm set for 5:30 a.m. Who was in the lounge since early morning? Fuyuhiko. Time to Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru around 5:30. Nekomaru's weakness is his butt. Wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. Gathered at the lounge. Why Nekomaru fall? The doorknob fell off. With the rumbling noise. So this goes here. There we go. Stock 2. Hamster pressed it. So it's not that. They've left the hammer in there. You heard it. Left the lounge. This one faced the contact elevator. Hung loop on the doorknob. Go. Is there anything else at the beginning I missed? Looks like the launch alarm clock. There we go. Last stop. Kill destroyed what after leaving the tower? Door. We gathered at the lounge. Got it.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
You made it, Rob. It's time to cry.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the Final Dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Right.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
He's not person, he trash.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony,
Little
that
piss
was
boy.
around 5 a.m. But by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
Power of hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile.
Rob, you should have seen me when I got to the elevator question. I was like, I have been waiting for this moment this whole time. This whole game, I've been waiting for them to ask what an elevator is.
From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
Yep.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30.
Yep.
Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Right. Oh my god, dude. I did not expect it to go like this at all.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Wow. Oh god, this is about to hurt so bad. I didn't fail this case, though. I didn't fail the case. Okay, we're gonna go to the restroom, and then we're gonna see what the alibi is, or what the reasoning is. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. You know, Ethan, tonight was the trial. We haven't reached the execution yet. We haven't reached the execution part.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever!
No, it happens after the gray screen.
Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Heh! Little shit. It ended up being Gundam.
It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yeah, I said it all without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial's finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Why do you want me to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct? You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. Because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This,
If
too,
he-
must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many other ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain! Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make
Within the
history.
final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation, and we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back on me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try and kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I've nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
This still right here is so badass. Like, I just want that to be known real quick. This is such a badass illustration. This is Robo-Dick.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
you weakling.
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us just to wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh, do you really mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked in that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some points in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will bring the fight that the world that will... And then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why he fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless of, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall,
but even
my
so,
tears.
Don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed to your crime.
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make
Unlike
history.
Nagito, I only did it once, but... compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was a mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I cannot believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name
Just who do you think I am?
Tanaka.
I am Gundam Tanaka! history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay, got it! I prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait!
Please wait, this is too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
Please, I beg of you.
How
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam. Is it fine to start for reals, right?
fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my
What is
four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Gundam! No. No! Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn
We'll
it!
spend so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Damn it. Why am I so weak?
Oh.
Such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not, not.
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he'll be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you guys going to keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey, hey!
Oh, hold on a second, that moon shit is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group is definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our very best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at that moment we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep. I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. Before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information. Well, I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
Alright, Monokuma has arrived! Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why it's the lonely little Nagito? Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Well.
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the Final Deadlift. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received, but isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
There's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person that told the number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But the file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right! I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making!
But...
if this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder!
Hey.
Could it be... Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into this file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
that's not my point.
right?
My point is you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all
Well, you're
riled
splendidly
up.
correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami said, Monami after losing your magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep. If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too.
Well,
I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
you're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right! You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you. I don't know what you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well,
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
you don't know.
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
see?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question.
If
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Oh, God. Oh, good God. I am deeply disturbed.
Danganronpa.
Ready for destruction. Oh, we got the Hellhound earring. Ooh, boy. Oh my God. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. Just like before, our day began with us all gathering at the restaurant.
Jeez.
You know, every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Of course it feels spacious. There are less than half of us here now than there were at the beginning. I think he did? That's what's implied right now.
Stupid fool!
Get it together.
Oh my!
Huh? Did you hear something?
Hey!
It's Nekomaru. That was Coach Nekomaru's voice.
Huh?
What are you talking about? He's no longer...
What's up?
I'll beat you
What are you
up.
laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you if you keep grossing me out like that. That was not cool. I was up working all night. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone.
I am concerned.
More importantly, I'm starting to get tired of the seasoning in this restaurant.
Jeez.
Seriously, I'm starting to realize how valuable Terra Terra was. Don't ignore me. I'm trying to talk to you about something important.
Huh?
Important?
All right.
This took me all night to make it.
My!
Is that a Nekomaru doll?
I'm no doll. I'm Mini-Maru.
Mini-Maru? Mini-Maru? Mini-Maru!
Huh?
Mini-Maru? Took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, huh? Of course, it doesn't have free will or anything, so it's more like, you know, a toy. But isn't it freaking adorable?
Are you serious?
Oh.
Thanks.
It's so cute. Thanks, I'll keep it.
Well.
I never said anything about giving it away.
I'll beat you
Don't
up.
be so stuck up. Your stuff is my stuff, right? Whoa, hey now, that's a bully's logic.
Man.
Well, it doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyway. And as long as we have it, we won't forget, you know, about Nekomaru's sacrifice for us. We're standing here today because of him. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from ever happening again,
Engines
I guess we
revving.
gotta fight too, right? We can't just keep running away.
Huh.
I gotta admit, never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. Of course. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life. So I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over me.
Miss Sonia?
Miss Sonia, what do you think of my little pep talk?
Oh my!
Did you say something?
Are you kidding?
What? I was up all night memorizing that speech.
Jeez.
And there's the punchline. Oh, he do be dead. Never mind. Dude, Mini Maru is the GOAT. Let's do this one more time. One more time in memory. One more time in memory. Yeah, you really want to be Hifumi, huh? Stop. I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi.
I am Minimaru.
Pour one out for the boy.
Man.
I'm only half as happy to be thanked by you.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, you can also use that to massage your sore muscles and pressure points.
You serious?
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Of course.
Of course, I made it after all. Seriously, thanks. I'll take good care of it. Kane looks really happy.
Hey, hey.
Anyway, what happened to Nagito? I haven't seen him like I usually do. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the friggin' time.
Well.
But still, I'm a little worried about how he was acting during the last class trial. Well, he's always been a dangerous bastard, but he's crossed the line, you know?
Hey, hey.
And that's even more reason we should avoid him.
But still.
But even if we do avoid him, what do you think what are you going to do if he approaches us? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. I wonder, did he figure something out that we're not aware of?
Now then.
Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? Huh? That? You know what Nagito said during the trial. You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Oh, I forgot, except for Hajime, of course.
Hey, bastard.
What do you mean by except for Hajime? Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. I didn't really want to say it, but I guess I had no choice. To tell you guys the truth, unlike the rest of you, well, apparently I was never part of Hope's Peak Academy's primary department. I'm a reserve course student from the reserve department.
Huh?
Reserve department? It means, unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently, I'm just a normal person. Is that all? What? That's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. It's not like something I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I thought I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope's Peak Academy because I had talent all along, but shit. My whole life, I've just wanted to feel confident about myself, and I thought getting into Hope's Peak Academy meant I'd finally become something I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student.
Right?
Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the reserve department.
Of course.
She's right. No matter what, you are our friend. You know, there is a saying in Japan.
Listen.
Fear is grateful for the danger.
Hey.
The hell? You're just saying that all wrong. So everyone was here. It was a real close battle.
I am sorry.
I apologize. I was trying to cheer you up. I ended up saying the wrong thing. Well, it doesn't matter. Stuff is hard to say. Stuff to say sometimes. Oh, that's weird. Maybe you can't see me?
Huh?
Well, what the heck? You're covered in blood. Oh, you saw me? Yes, that's right. The Mono Beast this time was very strong.
You?
Bros, don't get close to me. Get out of here. Oh, gratitude. I'm being treated like filth.
Hey, hey.
Hey, why don't you clean that blood off? We're trying to eat. Oh, yes, I'm ashamed of myself. Wipe, wipe, wipe. There we go. Now then, allow me to report to you all once again. Did you solve like 25 murders? Be proud of that. So, Monokuma had a Mono Beast guarding each island, so that way we wouldn't go to a new island early. It's basically like in the first game where they were locking off different floors. It's like that, except the Mono Beasts are guarding the islands. After a fierce battle that's never been seen in history, I finally succeeded in conquering the last Mono Beast. Because of this, it's finally possible for you to travel to the final island. I see. In a thin reaction, it's like I'm surrounded by tons of shabu shabu from an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Don't tell me this again. You're gonna say stuff like, it's not like we can get off this island. Why bother going to the new island? Well, it's true they don't really expect much.
Don't misunderstand.
Who said we're gonna go? Obviously we're gonna go, dumbass. Huh?
So.
Assuming we were thinking about running away was a mistake.
I'll show you.
Because if
my
we can't run, we'll
serious
fight. I'll crush everyone who put us through this crap with one blow.
Hey, hey.
Fight? Seriously, that fearsome group is called the World Ender for a reason, you know.
What are you saying?
Why, did you forget what you just said earlier?
Hey!
Dumbass, I only said that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia.
What?
Don't brag about that.
Settle down.
Settle down. If you have the power to fight amongst yourselves, then direct that power toward the enemy.
All right.
Now then, let's go forth. Offense is the best defense.
Damn right.
You're right. Now's not the time for us to be bickering. I don't really get it, but when Miss Sonia talks like that, my blood starts to boil. Alright, I'm getting pumped up. Let's charge our way to that island.
Starting to get
The Future
pumped
Foundation,
up.
Monokuma, Monami, I'll crush them all at once. Even me? You guys seem reliable. Hey, don't talk like you're not included. You're a friend too, you know. You're right.
Leave it to me.
I gotta do my best too. Yo, she just committed tax fraud. As we left the restaurant, the expressions on our faces were clearly different than they were before. They were filled with strong will and determination. Armed with that, we began walking toward the last island. But the clouds in my heart still lingered. I couldn't stop thinking about the reserve department. And that filled me with a strange, uncomfortable feeling like a small bone was lodged in my throat. But I tried not to think about it. I tried to stay focused on moving forward. Secretly, yeah. Smile at hope in the name of despair. With the Mono Beast gone, we crossed the 5th bridge and arrived at the final island.
So this is the last island.
Enormous buildings towered everywhere as if the entire island were one gigantic city. It felt very sci-fi, as though the island was a snapshot of an urban metropolis from the near future.
I guess it has an ambiance befitting of a final island.
Oh, it's a... Oh, God. We're gonna do a pet check. By the way, this is what my pet is at right now, in case you guys haven't seen. I have the pig. Yo, okay, so chat, do I have enough time to explore this island, or is something bullshit like last chapter gonna happen again? Because I don't want to end the stream at 3 hours. That just seems like it's chipping you guys a lot. What the fuck, you Fumi pet? I mean... You can. Like, is it gonna take too long to get to the next free time, is what I'm asking. Like, I want to try and get to the next free time. That's sort of my goal right now. That trial took a lot less time than I thought it would. You should have time to explore? Okay, sweet. Let's do it. Sea King Industries. Oh, God. There's a bunch of strange machines lined up in all directions. It feels very sci-fi. Rip. Sea King Industries. Huh? They're a company that specializes in manufacturing electric insulation and other machine parts. They're a mid-sized company with only 100 employees, but they're the biggest corporation on Jabberwock Island. This place looks like a research facility. For a mid-sized company, that's a pretty nice facility. I guess so. I only read about them in a pamphlet next to the reception desk. Besides, the size of the company isn't the issue here.
What's going on?
This company obviously doesn't make machine parts, so just what the heck are they making here? He's right. It's like they're making something more dangerous. Seems that might be a good idea to thoroughly investigate this place. This machine is making another machine? The finished products look like it's modeled after a four-legged animal.
Hey,
Doesn't that animal-looking machine remind you of anything? Are you talking about the Mono Beasts?
Maybe.
Is there any chance that those Mono Beasts were created here? The Mono Beasts were created here? Maybe. I gotta see.
Fine.
Yep, that's what this place is for!
Hey!
No matter how much you insist it's a game, people won't be convinced of a place like this doesn't exist, right?
Bye-bye!
That's why it's just fine!
There's something wrong
What the hell
with
do you mean by that? He wasn't making any sense at all. It doesn't matter who's convinced, because I'll never be convinced.
What's going on?
I mean, this place is for manufacturing machine parts. Why are they able to create such a dangerous robot in a place like this? Does this mean Monokuma took over this place and modified it to do this? Damn it, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, I see you.
Huh? Are you serious?
He's got a power glove. The automated machine looks like it's making something. Is this a mannequin?
Maybe...
It's a humanoid machine. Is that a robot?
You serious?
Seriously? How can they make robots? Hey, how far did technology advance without me knowing? Do you think Nekomaru was made here?
That was close.
It's a similar humanoid robot. It's possible, maybe.
Hey!
Why would a company that manufactures machine parts have access to this kind of technology? I don't know. Maybe this place is somehow connected to the Future Foundation too? Wish it was Kibo. Oh man, if only it was Kibo. Hey, Kazuichi, get a hold of yourself. Huh? Why? Why? Because you just start laughing all of a sudden. Well, obviously, what else am I going to do except laughter? I mean, it's just so childish. What are you talking about?
Hey.
Well, there's a computer over there, so I started snooping around to see if I could find any clues. Whoever was using this computer must have been sending emails to his buddy or something. He's probably trying to write a manga or something. He sent one of his story ideas to his buddy. Such a horribly delusional story. I was so embarrassed to read it that it gave me goosebumps. Delusional story? So what was written in the email anyway? Well, I'll start with the idea for the story. Apparently, global riots are occurring in various regions around the world. And these riots are caused by high school students. I mean, seriously? That's not realistic at all.
Yeah.
So these riots just keep growing as people grow more dissatisfied and frustrated with society, until eventually it spreads like an infectious disease all over the world. Footage of the riots started getting circulated, and strange incidents started occurring one after another. A hopeless anxiety instantly spreads throughout the world, as the end of the world gets closer and closer. End of the world? I know, right? It sounds like something a lame high school band would think of as a song title.
Hey.
Whoever wrote this needs to come up with a better story idea, because this wasn't realistic at all. I mean, students causing a riot on this scale is totally impossible. I never believe it for a second. I learned a valuable lesson. I should always delete embarrassing emails right away. Hey, about that, are you sure it's okay to say that's just a made-up story? Of course. I mean, unrealistic things might happen in real life from time to time, but there's no way this is real. It's more impossible than a notebook that kills people just by writing in it. Excuse me, sir, but, oh. Elle would like to speak with you, good sir. Okay, I go sleep. I'm not angry, I'm chilling. Night, Jimmy. Sleep well, man. Thanks, Soda. You're right. It's just a lot of unimaginable things have kept happening to us, so maybe I'm getting a little confused. Well, at any rate, it's clear now, isn't it? What's clear? This used to be Seeking Industries, but it's not anymore.
I see.
After this island became uninhabited, Monokuma took over this place and modified it without permission. He did all this just to shock us. That's the reason?
That's right.
It's not so weird. The whole time he's been doing similar stuff to us. But why?
This is bad.
Maybe there's a bunch of crazy rich dudes who are into this stuff. They're the ones who are making us kill each other. Those bastards get off on watching kids kill each other.
Hey!
Wait, hold on. Now that I said it out loud, that's actually a terrible assumption. I mean, if that's true, then our fates are in the hands of those rich, perverted bastards. That sounds like something that would happen in a work of fiction. But the thought of it actually happening in reality is definitely unsettling. Bye, Mika. Alright, what's here? Military base. The thing over there. Is that a tank? Is it real? Not just that, there's a bunch of other stuff here that looks really dangerous. Search for Monokuma first. There it is. Well, now you're not even trying.
I knew you could do it.
Well, I know. Good night, everyone. Is this a military truck? Unlike the airplane at the first island, this looks like it actually has an engine inside. But I don't even know how to drive. Besides, it's not like I can escape this island by driving off of it. military truck. There's something in the cargo box. Firearms, and there's a ton of them. There's a lot of different weapons like guns and anti-tank rockets carelessly stacked in here. Is it really alright to handle these carelessly? What you got, son? Oh, I'm gonna look at the tank, I guess. This is a tank, right? Is it real? Can it move? What you got, Sony? Yeah, it's got a power glove on. This appears to be a military base. Is that so? Despite the fact that this island is quite small, the military technology here seems rather extensive.
All right.
These might prove useful when the time comes to combat the Future Foundation. Useful? There's no way we'd be able to operate stuff like tanks and heavy weapons.
Huh?
Huh? Really? In my country, even a child in grade school can operate a tank no problemo. No problemo? Of course, in Modern Warfare is a required class in all our grade schools. An obsession with anime and now this. Sony's country never ceases to baffle me. However, we are only weapons when humans start to use them. However, weapons are only weapons when they start to use them.
I am concerned.
Yeah, she always had the hair bow. If no one uses them, they are nothing more than scrap metal. You're right. Unfortunately, the stuff in the base probably won't be useful to us.
Please wait.
No, that is wrong. Huh? Well, I have discovered a puzzling document in the tank operator's seat. That's the Future Foundation's insignia. Jabberwock Island Development Plan. What is this?
However...
I assume it belongs to Monokuma and it was placed rather ostentatiously. I do not know how much we can trust it. Do you think it could be a useful clue? Monokuma probably did leave it. Like you said, it's hard to know how much we can trust it. So what does it say? Beyond what is written here, I do not know much.
Well?
But it does document Jabberwock Island's redevelopment plan at considerable length. What is that plan? To place Jabberwock Island under a Future Foundation's control and prepare it as a central headquarters. A central headquarters for the Future Foundation. I thought Jabberwock Island was a tourist destination. Why would the Future Foundation be interested in it? In actuality, there was something written in here that caught my attention. The travel agency that managed Jabberwock Island went bankrupt, so the island was uninhabited for a long time. Because of that, the island was unaffected by the incident, which allowed them to easily gain a foothold. Wait, hold on. This place was uninhabited for a long time? If that's true, the maintenance here has been way too attentive. The items at the supermarket are always stocked, and the hotel's still really clean. Could that the Future Foundation's responsibility? That's a typo. Could that be the Future Foundation's responsibility? But more importantly, what's the incident? What does it mean that the island was unaffected by it? You can't discern that from this passage alone. Simply reading this will not help me grasp what those words mean.
Well?
However, there's one more thing that caught my attention. There's more? Do you remember the guidebook to Jabberwock Island in the library? It was written in there that the central island houses a large administrative building. However, we cannot find that building anywhere. We even commented on how strange that was, right? Cancel Danganronpa, confirmed. But according to this plan, the building that the Future Foundation is planning to use for their headquarters, could it be the same building? They are planning to rebuild it and use it as the Future Foundation's headquarters, so it is written. What the heck? It's so inconsistent. How do you rebuild a building that doesn't even exist? Damn it, what the hell is going on?
Perhaps.
We were so distracted by all the horrible situations that kept happening one after the other, we might have overlooked a more pressing issue. And that is the mystery of this island. But what's really going on? This mystery doesn't make any sense, no matter how much we think about it. There's no reason behind it. This helicopter. This is the helicopter Monokuma used to execute Teru. This helicopter. Don't screw with me. Ow. Hajime, what happened? It's nothing. I'm fine. I couldn't help punching it, but I just ended up hurting my fist. Damn, I'm so weak. Well, bro, you just punched a friggin' helicopter. Of course you're not gonna win that fight. Man, this place is boring. Boring? What are you talking about? There's a tank here.
You.
Huh? I like strong dudes. Weapons don't excite me at all.
Obviously.
A real man fights with his fists. That goes for women, too.
All right.
You want to battle a little? If you win, you can rest on my boob pillows. No thanks. Boob pillows. Alright, let's leave. Oh, this is called Last Island. Factory. She know they good pillows. White smoke is billowing from the building in the back. Is this some kind of factory? But if it's got Monokuma's face on it, I'm sure there's a shady factory anyway.
Hajime.
Hajime, good timing. What's up, Chiaki?
See?
This building clearly looks suspicious, right? I was thinking it might be good if I thoroughly look around inside, but...
Well?
Since it clearly looks suspicious, I thought it'd be dangerous to go alone. Then do you want to go inside together?
Hmm.
I'm surprised you didn't say okay. Why are you hesitating? Alright, then I'm going inside. What the hell? What the heck is this? What was being manufactured one after another and being carried away on the conveyor belt was... He didn't destroy a helicopter with one punch. Monokuma. The conveyor belt is endlessly moving through this enormous machine. The coconut tree carried by the conveyor belt is processed and eventually made into this stupid thing. Sorry, I'm looking for spare Monokumas. Now we know how to make Monokuma, just get trees. The Monokumas are being tossed into this gigantic basket one after another. It better not be real. I picked one up with my hand. I see, so these are plushies. Monokuma plushies. The real Monokuma is sort of like a plushie too. But unlike him, these are probably actual plushies. Harumph! Isn't the resemblance uncanny? They're my life-size plushies! Life-size plushies? I was planning to hit the big time with these. That's why I'm making them like crazy. Haha, I'm gonna be rich. But you've made way too many. You're gonna be overstocked when it's all said and done. Monokuma's life-size plushies. I don't want it. I see. So this place is for manufacturing life-size Monokuma plushies. What kind of messed up place is this? Don't look down on me. Do you really think it's for life-size plushies? There's a lot more to Monokuma merch than the goods warehouse next door.
Hey,
What
hey.
should we do? Honestly, I really don't feel like going.
But still.
What if there's some kind of important clue? What are you gonna do? You're right, then we should go over there for just a little while. Is there a boy here? I don't want to miss it. It's a Beryllium Monokumas. Observe the bear. Aha! I see you, bitch.
I've been found.
Got it. Thank you for helping me not miss it. Okay. Bailey, are there any more that I can get while doing this island thing? While doing this part? Or do I have to wait until someone dies? Let's go to the goods warehouse. That face. Without thinking, I peeked into the piled up stacks of cardboard boxes. Thank you. Russell. There's a Monokuma calendar, a Monokuma sandbag, and even a Monokuma guitar. First, there was a Monokuma archive in the funhouse, then there's a plushie factory and all these goods. How full of himself is he? Mascot popularity doesn't last forever. I gotta earn the big bucks while I can. A mascot that isn't popular anymore is like a piece of candy without any sugar. In other words, it has no reason for existing. But like, can I get them now or do I have to wait until someone dies? He's starting to talk even crazier. There's a bunch of books stacked up high. What in the world are these? Monokuma's poetry collection? How stupid. Who the hell is going to read this crap?
Hey,
There's
hey.
another book over here too. Let's see. Monokuma's Most Precious Moments.
See?
That's the actual title of this book, but it's a collective nude photos. Monokuma is already naked.
Yep.
I know. That was odd. This looks like a Monokuma panel. But why so many? I was thinking about using these to decorate the stores that sell my merch and make them look all boom. Then they'd stand out, you know? No store would sell your stuff.
You're so
Of course not. You're such a
stupid.
fool. That's why I'll open an official Monokuma shop. I'm thinking about opening chains all over the world. Of course, the main attraction will be my life-size Monokuma plushie. I can't believe you thought that far into the future when you made these. Your business is doomed to fail. Enough already. You have no business sense anyway, so just stop it.
No, no.
Hey, don't say that. Let's do our best together. We'll be as popular as Pogs were in the 90s. I don't remember how long those stayed popular. Besides, if you're serious about opening a business, you've already committed a major mistake.
I won't forgive you.
Because there's no merch of me.
My little
Come on to me, my little sister. Don't you know that Aesop's fable about the rabbit and the bear? Not a tortoise?
Hey.
A long time ago, there were these two old guys. Two old guys living together. The old guys thought rabbits aren't as popular as bears. The end. Did you even need the old guys in that story?
In other words.
So even if I made merch of you, it's pointless. A half-baked rabbit is so lame. You don't even have 1 ounce of good fashion sense.
You stupid brother.
You did this to me. You're the one who had no fashion sense. All right, JoJo.
What a hopeless way of snapping back.
Oh shit! Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? But honestly, I can't help feel like I might have made too many panels.
Special
So whoever wants to decorate the room, please do it as much as you like.
Here.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Hajime, let's run. You're right. We ran out of the warehouse, narrowly avoiding Monokuma's plan for inventory disposal. Rob, did you say you knew if I have to... Since Bailey can't look it up right now, Rob, do you think you'd be able to look up if, I have to wait until after someone dies to get the next 2 Monokumas? JoJo reference? Always has been. It's like you just got tired. Yeah, you're right.
Yo.
Hey, Hajime, I was looking for you. What's up for you, Hiko?
Well.
I was thinking you probably finished exploring this island by now. You're right, I think I've explored everywhere at least once for now.
Damn right.
And do you want to meet up with everyone else and discuss things? Yeah, I don't mind. I figured it'd be annoying if we all went back to the hotel for this. But there's a street nearby lined with food vendors, so I told everyone to meet there.
Later.
I'm heading over there right now. Hurry up and come over. You always have to wait for the last one. Last trial was an exception. Gotcha. After letting me know Fuyuhiko left the area, he actually took the time to tell everyone about that, huh? Well, now's not really the time to be impressed by something like that. It'd be bad to make the others wait. I should hurry over to the street with the food stands. I think it's only the last one? Okay. Well, here's Vendor Street, so I'll look for it here. Oh god, glitchy textures. Alright, looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Huh? What about Nagito? Who cares? It's not like he's our friend or anything.
Like...
I couldn't get in touch with him. I don't know where the hell he is or what he's doing.
Now then.
So how'd it go? Did you learn anything about the Future Foundation? Not really. Like, I feel like I learned stuff, but I also feel like I didn't learn anything. It's not clear which information we found is believable, if any.
However,
I believe there's no question that the Future Foundation is behind everything that has been going on.
Well.
Are we sure about that? Huh?
Huh?
What are you saying? If they're not our enemy, then what are they? If they're our ally, there's no way they'd trap us on this island.
Well, yeah.
That's true, but there's something I've been thinking about.
Hey.
Monami works for the Future Foundation, right? She's pretty much admitted it by this point. But even though Monokuma is forcing us to kill each other, Monami has been opposing him.
Huh?
You mean pretending to oppose him, right?
That's wrong.
No, I think she's pretending. They clearly hate each other. Then it's possible that the enemy of our enemy is actually our ally. Because she opposed Monokuma, you think she's our ally?
please wait.
Even if they both oppose one another, is it not possible they're both our enemy?
I'm starting to get
Like a
pumped
three-way
up.
battle. That's kind of hot.
Hey.
Why, after all this time, are you suddenly backing up the Future Foundation?
Whoa!
Are you talking like that because you're actually the traitor that works for them?
Damn it.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
I won't be
No way, you're
fooled.
clearly suspicious. I mean, if you don't...
Settle down.
Kazuichi Shota, shut up. Boy, I don't know when I can. I got work.
Listen.
There was never a traitor. Monokuma lied to us.
Oh, my.
Lied?
Well?
It's simply a false entity that Monokuma made up so we would be suspicious of each other.
You went to the
How can you not
whole-
believe in your friends after everything you have endured together? Weak. How weak.
Man,
Instead of facing the problem directly and overcoming it, you're desperately trying to run away.
such
That
despair.
weakness is hopeless. Nagito.
No.
I got 4 out of 5. Nagito, where have you been this whole time?
Jeez.
I wonder where your thought process wandered off to. As usual, you guys just keep running around in circles. What are you, hamsters? I don't know what to tell you, dude. I can't guarantee anything. Oops. If I compare you guys to hamsters, will I get yelled at by that weakling who dropped out?
That is...
What is that?
Now then.
You asked where I've been this whole time, right?
Well,
Well, I was in the middle of looking for someone. Looking for someone? I thought that person might have already arrived, but I guess I was wrong. Or maybe that person is hiding in a secret location and carefully watching us? Hey, who are you talking about? Are you saying there's someone else on this island besides us? It's probably the survival of the killing school life. Huh?
how about
If
it?
so, a lot of things might start adding up, don't you think? Are you talking about Byakuya? He's the survivor you're talking about, right?
What?
Huh? Oh, I see. You guys have only reached that stage. What stage? You're not making sense at all.
Not making sense.
Jeez.
I love Minimaru so much. But still, if you guys think about it properly, you might be able to figure it out. Why would Byakuya, survivor of the killing school life, die in vain like he did at the very beginning?
Right?
Don't you think it's strange? Huh? What does that mean?
That is an order!
That issue is not what he means. Please take back what you said about Byakuya dying in vain.
That's right.
Yeah, listen to Miss Sonia.
Well?
You have been acting very strange lately. I do not like this version of Nagito we have been witness to. I don't like you either. Well, I never liked you in the first place.
This is trouble.
It looks like I'm being hated. Well, it's understandable. There's no way you guys can even comprehend my suffering.
Well,
Knowing the truth can be pretty painful in its own way. Truth? What truth? What do you know? Curious, are you? Why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is? Huh?
actually,
To tell you the truth, I still haven't figured out who the traitor is. But it won't take me very long. You guys don't have to worry. I will weed out the traitor even if it costs me my life.
what?
You're going to weed out the traitor?
Please wait!
As I've already said, there is no traitor. Yeah, I bet in the end you're actually going to raise your hand and go, I'm actually the traitor, right? Yeah, you're a funny guy, Kazuichi. But why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is? If I'm able to wipe out all the despair on this island, will I become the ultimate hope? Ultimate hope? What the hell are you talking about? Have you finally lost your damn mind?
Now then.
So it's fake Byakuya because he wouldn't be wanted to be Hifumi. I get that. Understandable. Now then, I should get going. But if you see Monokuma again, there's something I want you to tell him. Tell him he doesn't need to provide a motive anymore. Huh? Tell him not to worry because I'm planning to go all out. Besides, next one will probably be the last.
Could it be?
Nagito, what does that mean?
Bye now.
Bye. Nagito ignored Chiaki's question and left us. We were powerless to stop him. It was clear to us that trying to stop him would just be useless.
Hey.
I don't want to think about it, but could he be planning a kill?
Are you kidding me?
A kill? Who's he gonna kill?
Damn it.
Based on how he was talking, it looks like his target is the traitor.
Please wait!
There's no such person. I mean, the notion that one of us has been deceiving us all along, I will never ever believe that. Like Sonya said, I can't believe it either. I don't think any of us could have done that. But what if it's Nagito? Or what if whoever it is has forgotten about it? What if the traitor's forgotten that they're the traitor? Just like how I forgot that I don't have a talent. Well, regardless of who he's targeting, there's a high chance he's planning to kill, right?
That's right.
Then we gotta tie him up again. Forcing him to stop is the only way.
Oh.
It's impossible. Nekomaru's not even here anymore.
I'll show you my
Hey, I've got what it
serious
takes to deal with
side.
someone as weak as him.
I'm here too.
Thank you, Minimaru. Thank you.
Huh?
And that's a yes, right? So leave it to me. Once I come up with a plan, we'll meet up again. Tie up Nagito, huh? Kazuichi's right. It's dangerous to let Nagito wander freely. If we're being cautious, we have to act fast. But what is this indescribable anxiousness I'm feeling? I hope it just means I'm thinking too much. For the time being, we decided to finish our exploration of the final island and return to the hotel. It was already dark by the time we returned to the hotel. Yeah, I said Akane, but I might be changing my mind on that. Please tell me it saved it. Yes! Look at all the Monokumas. For some reason, I'm really tired today. Since I've walked around all day, I was able to obtain several clues. But I'm not really certain if you can even call these clues. Instead, I feel like we're just suffering from more mysteries that don't make sense. This isn't good. As soon as nighttime hits, I can't stop thinking all these pessimistic thoughts. This might be a bad habit of mine. I should just get some sleep for today. Rest my mind for a while. Then I'll give some more time. I'll give this more thought tomorrow. Monokuma Theater!
Actually...
Words are extremely dangerous. Unlike letters, words cannot be undone with erasers or with a backspace. That's why you need to be extra careful. Same goes for me. There was a time in my past when I went through a lot of trouble because of that. That's right, when I was being trained at the safari park, at the time, there were two animals at the park I got along with. One was a squirrel named Sir Dietrich, and the other was a fox named Cha-Cha Jr. To be honest, Cha-Cha Jr. was really stupid. If a female employee tried to have a serious talk with him, he'd just stare at her boobs the whole time. That's why Sir Dietrich would order him to steal panties. And that idiot would get real happy when he exchanged the panties he stole for Dietrich's old undies. Also, this one time, the three of us went to a steakhouse and the waiter asked, "How would you like it cooked?" Cha-Cha Jr. proudly said, "With fire." Sir Dietrich was pretty crafty and he knew how to play Cha-Cha Jr. He made Cha-Cha Jr. adopt a fawn and drown it. Then he saved that drowning fawn himself. And he made Cha-Cha Jr. tell everyone about it. Man, he really did some shady things. Anyway, the three of us were getting along together. We were living a fun life in the safari park. That's right, until the day I ended up saying those words. I accidentally said this to Cha-Cha Jr. Foxes are squirrels' natural enemies. The next day, I stumbled across what was left of Dietrich Sr. He had been eaten. Good thing I immediately tattled to a male employee so he could put down Cha-Cha Jr. with a hunting rifle. Even now, I regret saying what I said back then.
What the hell?
Geez, squirrels have it rough. They have so many natural enemies. That's messed up.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee. Good morning. Now then.
I'm pretty sure everyone's starting to meet up. For now, I should head over to the restaurant. Look at all the Monokumas I got. Oh my god, it feels like it's been forever since we've seen this. You know what, guys? Chat. I got a question. Are we going Insano mode today? I'm just gonna use the mouse right now because it's funny. You guys vote on that. I'm gonna go to this next dialogue. Yo, Hajime, check it out. I'm already eating. As usual, you're eating a lot. Well, we might get locked in a place like the funhouse again, so I gotta eat when I can.
Eat well, shit well.
Hell yeah.
For now.
Okay, now that we finished our breakfast, let's jump right into the main topic. Hey, I'm still eating here. I just got here. I haven't had a chance to eat anything yet. It's okay. I'm pretty much done eating. You selfish little...
You know,
And of course, the main topic is about our plan to capture Nagito that we're supposed to carry out today.
It cannot
Are
be.
you really going to do it? Of course, I spent all night coming up with this plan. That means I haven't slept for 2 days straight. Don't you think my efforts should count for something?
Hey, bastard.
We get it. Hurry up and spill that plan of yours already. Well, I thought of several plans, but in the end, I figured that a straightforward plan would be the best. One of us will be the decoy who lures Nagito into the lobby by telling him we need to talk to him there. And then at the best possible moment, the 2 task force members will move in and swiftly capture Nagito.
All right.
So that's the plan. What do you think? It's easy to understand, so I'm cool with it. Anyway, are there any bananas left? So now I will present to each of you with your role.
Of course.
Since it's my plan, I'll take the role of commander. I won't let anyone object to that.
Hey, hey.
But commander sounds like the most fun. Hey, didn't I just say I won't let anyone object?
Right.
Next, I'll present the 2 task force members. These big roles go to you two, Fuyuhiko and Akane. Yep, sure thing.
Jeez.
Got no choice.
You know,
And the
right?
person burdened with the core of this plan, the decoy who has to learn Nagito, I'll give that role to Chiaki Nanami.
No way.
Huh? No way. What did you just say?
So...
I mean, it's not like I ever agreed to this plan.
Hey, hey.
It's gonna be fine. It's not like you're gonna tie him up. You're just gonna lure him.
Well...
Besides, there's no way I'd ask Miss Sonia to take on such a dangerous role, you know? Just please, I'm begging you.
Hey, hey.
What a rude way to ask for help. If Mahiru was here, she would have beaten you up.
You...
I mean, you did say earlier that you definitely can't accept killing. Isn't that right? I need your help to stop another killing.
Hey!
Didn't I just say I'm begging you? Why are you snapping at her all of a sudden?
Oh.
Fine.
All
You're
right.
gonna do it? All right. Then this lineup is perfect. Hey, Sonia and I haven't been given roles. What should we do? Sonia has the role of princess. That doesn't make any sense. You simp. Oh god. There we go. Simp.
For now...
And you're on shore duty. I want you to supply the rope we need to tie up Nagito.
Bow down.
Denied. Whoa. Why?
Listen.
If Hajime had nothing to do anyway, he shall accompany me.
Miss Sonia?
No, like I said, he needs to supply the rope.
You must
This is not a request, this is an order.
That is
An order, I tell you. There's somewhere I must go. Okay. Fine, if Hajime and Miss Sonia are free, it's fine.
I'll leave that
Good,
matter.
repeat that.
Damn it.
Hajime and Miss Sonia are free, it's fine. So object so forcefully. Where do you need to go, Sonia? I shall tell you in due time. We will be discovered if I speak too loudly.
What did
You're
you
gonna be
say?
alone with Hajime at a secret place? For now.
Damn
We'll
it.
carry out the plan tonight. All of you, make sure you prepare your bodies and minds.
Huh?
Is our commander gonna be okay? His energy seems to have dropped pretty drastically. Let's all disperse for now. Now then, please come to the hotel lobby in 30 minutes. Yeah, sure thing. After our planning meeting had ended, I quickly finished eating our breakfast. By the time I made it back to my cottage, it was already close to the time I agreed to meet Sonia. If you had to guess now, who do you think the traitor would be? Give me a moment on that one, because I wanna see what Sonia has to say first. What's up, Nai? It's pretty refreshing to eat food by the pool. She's still eating. What the fuck do you want?
I won't
You can't. Your
forgive
teacher
you.
can't allow this plan. Aw, shut the hell up, you useless rabbit. No, I won't be quiet. I cannot accept this plan. Hey, what happened?
Man.
Well, the Monami bastard apparently heard about our plan.
I won't
You can't.
forgive
Your teacher
you.
can't allow this plan.
Shut up.
It's not like we want to do this. We're just doing it because Nagito's dangerous.
That's right.
He's planning to kill someone. This is just self-defense. But I still can't ignore it. I just can't allow my students to fight amongst themselves. Love. Shut the hell up, you useless rabbit. Looks like they're talking in circles. It might be best if I leave them alone. If they keep shouting like that, I'm pretty sure Nagito might overhear them. Let's go to the lobby. What's up, Sonia? Hajime, you were late. Huh? I'm right on time. Wait, should I have come a little earlier? A little earlier? In my country, you are severely punished if you do not arrive 13 minutes before an arranged meeting time. For such an orderly country, 13 minutes is a pretty arbitrary rule.
That is...
Oh, I see. This is a culture shock, and I guess I guess that can be overlooked. So, where are you planning to go? I just have to come along, right?
Well?
It is a place that pertains to this discovery we made yesterday. Jabberwock Island Development Plan? Did you find out something about this? How should I say this? After reading this document over and over again, I suddenly realized the Future Foundation was planning to rebuild a facility on this island to use as their headquarters. You're talking about the large administrative building on the central island, right? But I couldn't find a building like that anywhere. Maybe they said something about a different island?
Do you have a minute?
Well, what if their plan suddenly changed? They had to use a different facility. A different facility?
Well?
Was there not a facility on this island described with the symbol of the Future Foundation? Yes, the ruins. As I recall, the ancient ruin on the second island had such a symbol on its door. Yeah, you're right. The Japanese word for future, Mirai, was inscribed there. If that's the case, that ruin might be connected to the future foundation, right?
However,
The discrepancies in the document are strange, but there's no doubt that the room is quite suspicious. You're right. I'd completely forgotten about it after being locked inside the funhouse, but the possibility that the ancient ruin is connected to the future foundation is incredibly high. I knew there was something strange about that place. Sonia, after hearing all this, I want to go there as much as you do. I'll definitely come with you. Then I may not be competent, so please be patient with me. Let's go outside. Here's my thought process right now. If it's someone who forgot that they were the traitor, then the most suspicious person is Hajime. And here's why. Here's my thought process for this. If they forgot that they were the traitor, and Hajime forgot that he didn't even have a talent, he's the only one here that came from a reserve department, which means it would be an outside source sent in. So I think my prediction is going to shift to Hajime. That's what I'm thinking right now. I think I'm gonna switch it to Hajime. I think that would make more sense right now. Pet check. Oh, it's the spare meter's going up. Clean one. Second island. It's been a while since I've been here. No matter how many times I see this place, it certainly gives me the willies.
However...
Well, we should not dwell on that. After all, we are here to look for clues. That's right, there's no doubt we'll find something here. Alright, let's start. Now that I'm taking a closer look at it, the door looks even stranger. For a building that looks pretty run down and shabby, this door looks very high-tech. Future, huh? If this is a real gun, is this building so important that it requires this much security? This liquid crystal display next to the door. That's probably it. This is probably the key. The door will probably open if we input the correct numbers.
Please wait.
We have discussed this before as well, but it would be dangerous to test this haphazardly.
Well?
If we make a mistake, it's possible that we will be fired upon by that gun. I can think of no other reason for that gun to be there. As long as it's a possibility, it'd be bad if we acted recklessly.
I am concerned.
That's right, courageous and recklessness are completely different. If you were shot at by a gun like that, you would have more holes in you than a Beatrice nest. You mean a bee's nest? In my country, we use the expression Beatrice's nest. Anyway, right now we definitely shouldn't test it out so recklessly.
I see.
In order to open this door, you must find the password first, or destroy the door with some kind of explosive force. No, it's impossible. The door looks extremely sturdy. It's definitely better if we find out the password instead. Alright, all we have to do is next is find out what that password is. It's a good thing we came here so we can at least find that out. You're right. The problem is, where would we obtain that password? When we first came here, even Monokuma and Monami said they didn't know the password. If they really don't know it, how are we supposed to find out? As usual, it's a mystery, huh? After finishing our investigation of the ancient ruins, Sonia and I decided to go back to our cottages for now. I'm telling you, that building, that ruins is the old school. It's still the middle of the day. Looks like I have some free time. Now then, what should I do? Alrighty, everyone. We've reached the first free time. We're at about 4 hours now. I think it's high time to take a break from this right now. I'm gonna head back to the main menu and I'm going to do some monocoin grinding.
Danganronpa.
Or some gift grinding. Thing is that Sunday? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Was that seriously nothing that I had? Well, I will say last chapter was really interesting. Gundam is such an interesting character to consider, like just to think about and just to look into. Because his whole thing is based on, you know, a lot of demons and hell and stuff like that. But if you remember what he does, he breeds animals. That's what he does. And so him doing all this stuff and saying a bunch of stuff, what he really meant to do was to protect everyone else. Because he didn't want to see everyone die like that. See them just die in the funhouse. It's such an interesting case study of a character. And it's like, you understand where he's coming from. I am literally at 99. I am malding right now. I'm malding right now. Yeah, he just didn't want to admit it. He didn't want to admit that he was sacrificing himself so that everyone else could make it. Either that he would make it or that everyone else would make it. And just for the fact of he didn't want to see everyone die from starvation. You know? He's such an interesting case study of a character. And the fact that Nekomaru sacrificed himself as well, they both have the same motive. That's the weirdest thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I met with Sonya. It's sad. We went to the ruins and we discovered that we need the password to get in. We think the ruins is the base for the future society. Yeah, Nekomaru definitely wanted to protect his friends. It's, oh my god, it's so interesting to see. But sorry for the shorter stream tonight, but let me see what my work schedule is like real quick, and I'll see what I can do for a stream. So, trying to think here. How well would you guys be able to attend a stream if I did it like an hour and a half earlier or so? More like like 2 hours earlier, like more like a 6:30 time slot. Like, it was all just the worst situation because they didn't want to have to do it if they didn't want for the funhouse itself. Exactly. Arg. 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 Because my problem is Sundays are hard for me because I've got stuff in the mornings. And I want to try and get a stream in at some point earlier on. Arg, I need this shit. So, I mean, that's my thought process. I'll probably make a poll for you or something. But I didn't want to go too far into this chapter tonight because I want to make sure I have it when more people are here and more people are able to see it. So, but let me see who we have that we can raid. I want to do a raid tonight. Sorry for the shorter stream, everyone, but I feel like this is the right place to end it for tonight. What do we got? All right, I've got someone. Bella's talking about Uno, but she hasn't started yet, so I've got someone else that we're gonna do. Yeah, I'll ask in the Discord. Alrighty, everyone. Let's think of the raid message real quick. Oh, I know what to do. This is specifically tailored for this guy because he just got affiliate recently. That's the raid message. Congrats on affiliate. We're gonna go raid Skippy 108. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll figure out what the next stream is going like, but next time we'll do chapter 5 and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm not hurting a lot. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Don't stick around for the raid. Don't leave.
Scrub life would work then? Turn off follower chat? Why? Why would I do that? You're a follower. So why does it matter? Chat. Oh gosh, I'm trying to read what just happened.